No idea how you do it.
Sorry.
What is that for?
Sorry, go on.
Tags were, we didn't have enough bill books, we didn't know how to handle cash. Warehouse brand came, it didn't just come automatically. It meant that.
So the team is joining us and listening to us.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome to this special episode of That's So Mudita, your go-to podcast for all things fashion, luxury and lifestyle. Today I have a very, very special guest who's joined us. My partner who stops me from committing crimes, my confidant, my the wind beneath my wings, my partner in business and in life, Mr. Sudhanshu Jaipuria.
Hello guys.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for
So
inviting me,
happy to
Mudita.
have you here.
Yes. So I'm so glad that we are here and doing this podcast.
Yes.
Yes, very different.
Likewise.
Yep.
So today we're going to take you on a very nostalgic journey, a trip down memory lane, if you please, sharing the story of how Warehouse by Mudita came to be. So, what's up?
You tell me, Mudita. It's
So-
been a long journey for us.
It's been quite a long journey, and for the people who are uninitiated, Sudhanshu and I have known each other for
35 years, straight
36
from
years.
nursery.
Yes, we were classmates in school, and then so on and so
Then we
forth.
got married, and then, of course, a life journey started. And
Yes.
we never imagined that this would translate into a business partnership organically, which we never thought.
Which we never thought.
And imagine if I was to imagine that, will Mudita be my life partner in school or a business partner? It would be
Yeah.
super funny to imagine.
Yeah.
So you know how life takes you on a
Yes.
beautiful journey.
Absolutely. So I think one of the first things that is really funny, chat between the two of us.
On Facebook.
On
wall.
Facebook.
You guys have no idea, Gen Z, what Facebook used to be.
Yeah.
Before that, it used to be Orkut, and then Facebook was the thing.
Orkut.
Yeah.
ICQ, I remember.
ICQ, and then Orkut was right in the early 2000s, and then Facebook wall used to write things.
Yeah. I remember ICQ
Yeah.
and then Facebook, of course.
Yeah.
And between that, we have a very funny chat in which Sudhanshu is asking me about my work and I'm asking about his work. And I'm telling him travel is so interesting. Why are you cribbing?
And I was talking about luxury, that I love luxury
And
brands.
he's telling me that I love fashion. Why do you not? I would love to know more about your fashion
Yeah.
industry. And I was like, but you're traveling and that's so much fun and
The
this
little
and
did
that.
we know that we'll be involved in both the businesses together after 20 years as well.
Yeah, you were complaining about crusty French bread, and I was cribbing to you about my
Now
boss.
that I like those breads way more, you know how it grows on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's rewind to the early days when it was just the two of us, and we
Yeah.
started from here. I remember this was you guys had this space, and it was being used as a cold storage.
Cold storage to a pharmacy company.
Yeah, and you came back from work. I remember I used to surprise you at work, and I used to just pop
Yeah.
in and this and that. What's going on? This, that, irritate you for 15 minutes and then go back home. And you told me that the guys on the ground floor are vacating
Yeah.
because they're done with the space, and they were
They were looking at a larger space, and we didn't know what to do with it, you know,
Yeah.
because the family was taking a decision whether we should put it out on rent or something. And you suddenly, I think we were on a drive at night after post dinner, if I'm not wrong, and suddenly this idea popped up of why not get designers into Oakland.
We had actually just come back from France
Oh yeah, we came.
and from La Ville.
Yeah.
And that is when.
Because we always shopped at outlet villages, you know.
Yeah.
I think-
And proudly so.
Yes, absolutely.
50% off. Love
Yes,
it.
we love discounts. I'm sorry, who doesn't? Do you want to pay the full price? No. We all
Yeah.
are looking for discounts when we're traveling, you know.
Yeah.
One of the funniest thing about discounting shopping.
If someone gets offended, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Please do. It's okay. We love shopping, and you know, we love shopping in bulk. Every time we go to Europe,
Yeah.
and we would shop for the entire year. And this funny quote a friend said, you know, I said, "Are you going to London for shopping?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll go to Bristol Village shop." And he's like, "Yeah, we have to buy ration pani for my wife." So ration pani was essentially all the
Yeah.
luxury good for the entire year. So we
Yeah.
all love discounts.
We all love discounts, and we came back, and by then I had already I was in love with the concept.
Yeah.
La Ville and Foxtown being my two favorites.
Yeah.
I like Bicester also, but I think I always liked Foxtown and La Ville a bit more.
I didn't care, wherever we would go, we would look for outlet shopping at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And we realized that there was a huge gap in the Indian fashion industry where all these designers had inventory which they wanted, which they made out of a lot of love. But obviously, you can't ever sell your 100% inventory, and they were looking someone who could take care of that inventory. And
Yeah.
that's how I think the idea grew in your head.
Yeah, exactly. And with regards to the space, I think we wanted a more. I mean, we never thought. To
We
be
never
very
thought,
honest,
yeah,
we never
just
thought that it's gonna.
that you were doing a jewelry business and you wanted something which would,
Oh yeah, I was into jewelry at
and
that
that's
point.
the money you used to
Yeah.
develop this space,
Yeah, I forgot.
and you never took any other
I had
investment from
met
anybody.
I had met a designer, one of the people who supported us the most.
Till date, I think he's your mentor, and if you need anything, he would be the one who would guide
Yeah,
you.
he's my go-to guru in
Yeah.
in the workspace. But yeah, I met him with regards to jewelry. Yes, you're right.
You get your email at 11:30 at night and jumping because he wanted
Yeah.
to buy a piece of jewelry from you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we again with him also the conversation was about inventory of how designers. So then we started this. First we used that investment and
Yeah.
everything, and we invested in the space. In doing up the space,
Yes.
people who came in to help us VM the space and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you were like, screw it, let me just do it myself.
Yeah.
And then with little elements you added value to the space and stuff. And then we started speaking to the brands
Yes.
that we are going to be doing this and etc. And then the stock started coming
I
in.
think before that you're forgetting one part where this designer, people can guess in the comments who is it. It's one of the biggest names in the industry. His son came to meet us, and no, he said that my son will come and inspect the space. And then I was thinking, okay, this is not gonna take off because who would want to come to Oakline shop and that kind of designers? But he was super happy with the space which we had created.
And the other thing was that we always spoke the truth also.
Yes.
Yanshu. There was no faffing.
And I think whatever we did, from the time we started until now, we have always given 100% and not to fleece anybody. We've always
Yeah.
spoken truth. We genuinely made an effort. Even now, before any event, whether it's small or big, you and me always have goosebumps at night. What's going to happen tomorrow? We're like praying, and obviously we've given 100%.
And then we did up the space, basic but effective. And then we started the stock started coming
Yeah.
in. Okay. And that is when, for me, honestly, that overwhelmed me.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden there were cartons and cartons and cartons of stocks that started piling up.
Yeah.
And we're like, how are we going to do the head count of it? How are we going to hang it? How are we going to QC it? And
Yeah.
And I remember having a meeting with someone and being like, uski lines dekhi hai, ye dekha hai, wo dekha hai. And I was like, oh shit, what have we started?
Yeah.
But I think the first time we had people coming in before the event actually happened. This was supposed to be on the 30th of January, and we had people walking in, one, two people on the 29th.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh shit, okay, if people come aise ek ek do karke, then
Haan.
how is it going to happen?
Yeah. I remember that.
And 31st of Jan,
Yes.
there was a line from the inside door of the
We
office.
didn't know how to handle the crowd.
We did not
had no
know.
idea how to bill things, where the tags were. We didn't have enough bill books. We didn't know how to handle cash.
Yeah.
There was so much operational challenge. Suddenly, people wanted water.
Yeah.
And
People wanted water.
My father, I
People wanted
remember,
changing rooms.
called from a wholesaler and called cartons and cartons of water. We created a changing room instantly.
Changing room wherein a door had to be covered with newspaper.
Yeah, I remember that clearly.
Yeah. And women were changing
Yeah, they didn't
in
care.
groups.
Yeah.
And there were mountains and mountains and mountains of clothes in people's arms, and there were mountains in changing rooms.
And
Do you remember how we came up with the name Warehouse?
Predominantly, when we came to the space, it looked like a warehouse where, a grey interior. That's how
So
the
I remember this
theme
very
of.
clearly. Me, and my brother Dhananjay, we were
Yeah,
sitting in my mom's house, and we were trying to come up with the logo.
yeah,
And all of a sudden, I don't remember who it was. It was either of the three of us who be like, okay, let's just call it warehouse.
yeah.
And then the three of us sat and we
I think
designed the logo.
I think the name, the logo designed by your brother, we just loved it instantly. There was no question, there was no
No.
discussion, there were no hundreds. We didn't hire any large agency. It was all organic and done automatically so well that it still stands. It has a lot of meaning. So when the warehouse brand came, it didn't just come automatically. It meant that you come to a factory, buy at factory prices predominantly.
Yeah.
That's the whole meaning. And the color gray was depicting a factory. And
Yeah.
pink is now because we love, and it's moved on, the brand has grown.
So you might notice a cut in the overall recording. This is a public service announcement. Our team was standing in the doorway and hearing this podcast. So we very nicely, because we're very nice bosses, we've invited them in to, why don't you guys sit officially and add your August presence into this podcast as well. So the team is joining us and listening to us.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, so Sudhanshu, do you remember from the start to now,
Yeah.
what top one funniest moment of Warehouse?
I think it happened in the first event, or maybe the second one that happened in Okla, where two best friends came
Oh,
in.
wait. Yeah.
Two best friends came in.
You know, I saw one of them yesterday.
So happy.
I saw one of them
I
yesterday.
can imagine maybe you're at a party.
I saw one of them yesterday.
Two best friends come very happy. We're going to a discounted outlet for shopping, so happy with each other. This one friend gave an outfit to the other friend that, listen, keep an hold of it, there's too much crowd, let me choose some more outfits and get it billed. Funny enough, the second friend came to the counter, got it billed, and the first one
I
is
couldn't
shouting.
say hi to her yesterday because I'm so sure she's heard this story.
Yeah, I don't think they would probably remember or not, but
Of course they
it's
remember.
ingrained in our head
stuff
because
they
it was
said
so
was-
funny. Two best friends fighting over an outfit, and I could not believe. I was like, guys, come on, you're best friends, just let it be. But then I
You
realized,
tried to intervene.
I think someone from the billing
No,
counter
you were
did.
sitting and chomping
Well,
on popcorn.
obviously, I was having a good time because I was shocked at the same time, but I obviously wanted the things to get sorted because
So sweet.
there was already a 150 people queue. You know the space that we had at that time.
You were more stressed about the
Yeah,
queue.
my billing was getting stopped. I'm like, guys, stop fighting, just go.
You weren't bothered about their friendship, you were bothered about the queue.
Obviously.
For me, yes, I've narrated that story many times, but this time in Delhi, when there was this person, we heard later that this person is saying on the phone that bhabhi pagal ho gayi hai, 25 peti aur leke aa.
I remember that. There was a group of women who were shopping and they came with their assistant or somebody, or driver was holding their bags because they shopped a lot. And suddenly we overheard that they were calling the office कि अरे भाभी पागल हो रही है और पैसे भेजो यहाँ पर shopping करनी है उनको.
Yeah.
I don't think, during our events, people realize that we are walking and they don't know who we are, and we keep hearing these incidents, and that's really funny. I think that's the best part of the entire day. Which
Yeah.
keeps you going and the energy's up.
I have one more funny one when this time the DJ came up to you.
Yeah.
And he said, sir, मैंने ना आपके इवेंट की वाइब सेट कर दी है, आप मुझे बॉम्बे भी ले चलो, मैं वहाँ की भी वाइब सेट कर दूंगा.
Yeah.
And
I think one of the designers also came to you. He's like, dude, thank you so much for putting up the DJ, because women were dancing and shopping. And I think that's what, was different.
I think in Mumbai also we had a similar
had,
vibe.
yeah.
Because I remember seeing 2-3 people who we know, I remember seeing them dancing,
Yeah.
standing and dancing as well.
So what were the initial days challenges for you?
So for me, I think it was about establishing a balance, because after having handled home and kids and this and that, just to derive a healthy challenge, because I think initially that is what took a toll on me, on how to sort of divide my time in
Yeah.
a way that, because if when I would be at work, I would miss my kids, and when I
Yeah.
would be at home,
I remember you always talking about it.
I would miss. I would feel that the work is
The
getting
work is getting
neglected,
suffered.
and I think that is something that really, really took a toll on me for very, very long.
Yeah.
And then finally, I've been. I think I'm somewhat
Now you're
at
settled because I
peace.
think kids have grown and you've aligned them. They love to hear stories from you. You know, I think they're one of the biggest bedtime stories is one of the warehouse stories that this is what happened, and I think they love to hear it from
Yeah,
you every day that this is what happened. And
yeah,
initially we thought that they will not comprehend, but they actually love listening to
yeah,
stories from various events or what
yeah.
happened. Not the serious stuff, but the fun stuff,
Of
basically.
course, no, even the serious stuff,
Yeah,
they don't like it. They don't like the serious stuff in terms of when I tell them that, today this one was mean to
yeah,
me. So especially our younger one, he's like, I'm going to come tomorrow and I'm going to beat them up.
yeah,
So one was about deriving like a work-life balance. The second was of, I think you and me are so deliverance centric that how to ensure that every time we deliver, I think that is a non-negotiable,
yeah,
because we are not somebody like, even during our shows we do not go, here and there,
yeah,
and we are there. If a show is going good, we are there.
yeah.
If a show is going slow, we are there. we
There's no hiding face.
there's no hiding.
And I
Yeah,
think, our predominantly the strategy has been that we don't want to go out and say that we are good and we do great events, but we wanted to do good work. And I think that's the motto we've stuck to, which we've always discussed, that it does not matter. We never look at finances.
yeah, initial
We
motto, from
even now, I mean, what Three Idiots said that keep doing good work and success will follow. We
yeah,
have never looked at the P&L in the beginning of the event, that how much money should we
never.
put in, this is what we should save at. The idea is that every event should be better than the previous one
So
in
even
every
when we had
aspect.
a few investors approaching us,
Yeah,
the reason why you and me were sort of gatekeeping on the concept was that today, when we are doing some
yeah.
work, today if an investor comes in, he
They look
will
at
only look at the
finances.
P&L.
Yeah,
But for you and me, we pump and pump and pump till the event is a success.
yeah, we do. Till the last very day, we're
Yeah.
actual, we keep putting in things. And I think that's the main thing.
Okay, now tell me, with regards to the future of Warehouse,
Yeah.
what is it that you're excited about?
So I'm excited that we're pivoting into new concepts, new ways of marketing, or new ways of doing events which have never been tried by anybody before. Like, you came up with a concept called GPW, which is get powered by warehouse, and I don't see anybody else doing that in the industry. Yes, people are paying money, hefty money to the influencers, but is it giving them any kind of returns? No. There is so much content to be consumed by us, by everybody, that it completely fades out. When you go to, I'm not against anybody, but I'm just saying that the concept of influencers initially was that they were real women doing real stuff. But what has really happened is that it's become a platform for of an advertisement, and brands are paying them, which is great. If it's working for them, great. But I don't think it was working enough for the brand, which is why they started approaching us, because our approach and the concept of GPW is very different, wherein we focus on a brand to ensure that their products.
So GPW, Get Powered by Warehouse,
Yeah,
started because we weren't getting that value.
exactly.
We were on the other side of the line,
Yes.
wherein we would work with influencers,
Yes.
we would hire them, and then we realized that when you're working with somebody wherein they're putting out one post, one story,
Yeah.
and charging the kind of money, like I think a baseline for an influencer collaboration is something like 1.1 to 1.5 lakhs.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the baseline.
Yeah.
The more you work with them,
Yeah.
the more the quantity increases, the commercials increase.
Obviously.
Now, for me, especially, and this was an eye opener for me when we had to pivot online.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, that in spite of them doing stories and stuff, we did not have a single conversion out of them now, which is measured.
I think what helped us was we used technology, which I still
Yeah.
feel a lot of brands are not using. They feel that they are getting awareness, which is great, but what really a brand wants is conversion at the end of the day, which is what
Now, even
we
with
pay
guest
anybody
listing,
for.
now guest listing is a new concept.
Yeah.
Wherein brands are getting guest listers on board.
Yeah.
Most of the guests I see, they are just coming there to schmooze and
Because predominantly it's the friends and family who are invited. Ki guys, this
no,
is
they come there to support the guest lister. So that's the basic conversation that I am, even if you see their Insta stories and stuff, I am here in support of. But support is just considered showing up to the
yeah,
event
exactly.
and eating the person's cheese, drinking their wine, and leaving.
Yeah, and I think that is what the difference is between GPW is that
It's just buyer-centric.
it is only buyer centric. We wanted the designers who are paying us to give them at least 10 to 20x ROI. If that does not happen, I don't think we're able to add any value. And that's what our motto is, to do better and better and better every time.
Yeah.
Fun question. As a founder, co founder, how much do you think I interfere in your work on daily basis?
Don't ask me questions and I don't tell you no
you
lies.
have to tell me. This is podcast. You have to be saying the truth. You can't lie.
No, you guide me a lot.
Don't give me a politically correct
you
answers.
guide me a lot.
It's okay. You can tell the
It's just
truth.
that
People know who I am and who you are.
you guide me a lot, and I'm very grateful for your guidance.
So nice of you to say that in public. Would you say the same to me? Say same thing to me in private?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So I don't think you're gonna answer that.
No.
You'll behave like one of those stars at Kejo's show where
Yes.
like, are you dating this one? No, I am not sure. We are good friends.
Yeah.
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 So
I have a couple.
what do you see future of warehouse to be? Do you have anything in mind? Do you have a target, or you just want to go organically? I want to know what's in your mind.
Global domination.
Nice. I think it's
Yeah.
always good to have good big dreams and manifest them and work towards them. And that's
Do you
what
think global domination is a big dream as of right now?
can't get any bigger.
But I don't think. I mean, don't you think we're already on our way there?
Yeah, we are, but we've never felt so proud of ourselves. Oh wow, we've done this.
Oh, we didn't, because the thing is, between you and I,
We always felt that there was more that we could have done, and we always look for opportunities.
plus going back to our school days, you and I were, if there was I remember there used to be like a pile of answer sheets that used to come, and between you, me, and 2-3 more people, our answer sheets used to be right at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, and our entire childhood, at least mine, I was always told, you will never do anything, you will just get
Yeah.
married. You will never do anything, you will just get married. And I think that is what triggered me.
Yeah.
I think that is what triggered me, that the fact that these random teachers were just telling me that तुम तो कुछ नहीं करोगे, तुम्हारी तो बस शादी हो जाएगी. नहीं, मेरी बस शादी नहीं होएगी, मैं कुछ करके दिखाऊंगी.
And that's what happened, because I was a very average student, and in those days, in 90s, kids, or even today, parents or teachers decide your fate with score of your exams, which is not true at all.
Which is not true at all.
And I think that's what we tell our kids whenever our daughter is scared of you because she hasn't done good. I only tell her, listen, don't worry, your dad and mom both were like this. The idea is to
No,
face the
that's
real
not what
world.
she knows about me. She thinks that I was a
But
straight
I
A
tell her
student.
that, what is important is that you do badmashi, because that is what teaches you to deal with the real stuff
Yeah,
in
you've
life.
got to be creative.
Got to be creative.
Show this to our parents for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you
marks would
must.
never decide, really. We have friends. My best friend was expelled from school at 9th grade, and he was sent here and there. He is doing so well, you have no idea. And I have friends who were 98 percenters also. They are also successful. The idea is that you should have will within yourself to do something and be consistent in it. Is only when consistency is the only key.
You have to do good work, honest work.
Honest work is super important. I think it is on top of everything else. I'll ask another question.
Yes, ask.
How many times in a day you think, or a week, or whenever you feel I interfere in your work, which you feel irritated about, but later you realize I was right.
You're always right.
Don't give politically correct answers.
It's okay. It's a politically correct forum.
Okay, fine. I'm always right then.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
As opposed to earlier, when I would be waiting for you at home, to now having me hovering on your head, which one, what format do you prefer? Me at home?
This format at work, dude.
Or
Because I don't think there's ever been a feeling of hovering around. Otherwise, you and me would go mad.
yeah.
I don't think because I
I
remember when we
remember-
started earlier, one of your very close relatives said that husband and wife should never work together because they'll always fight. They're always in their faces at work and at home. And the best part about our team is that you have your own set of things to do, which I have no idea how you do it. What is that for?
Sorry, go on.
And I have my own things which you don't interfere, which is the best part. I think we contradicted the first question.
I didn't say it, you did.
Predominantly. Obviously, we'll have suggestions. You'll have
Of
suggestions in my
course.
work. Continue, please.
How cute.
Okay, I think this
Okay.
is the end.
Thank you for joining us. It's been a rather fun conversation, and we're excited to see where the future takes us. It's been absolutely incredible, and this chat in particular has been absolutely from the heart. If you have any questions, any comments, please do leave them below. Do not forget to hit subscribe and be a part of many more fun, entertaining conversations that are yet to come your way. All right, thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you.